Hello, folks. This is your one and only Sebastian. Today, we are diving into the interesting world of fan-made characters for Pressure and making them alive. This idea came up to me as I was scrolling Pressure's OCs on Twitter and came across this gem of an artist. She said, her concepts on monsters and Pressure caught my attention. I DM my friend and we discussed how cool those monsters are. But then I remember something. I do 3D art. So I quickly texted Shizen on Twitter asking her permission on using her concept for my video. And she said yes. All concepts you see in this video belong fully to Shizen. Please go check her Twitter as she makes a lot of great art, and not only for Pressure, and for other Roblox and non-Roblox games. Just go check it. She's great, so links in the description! Before we head right into the video, I'd like to tell about Pressure for those who don't know what it is. Pressure is a multiplayer survival horror game on Roblox developed by Urban Shade Halo Division. In the game, you play as a prisoner, and your objective is to retrieve the crystal from the depths of the deep water facility while avoiding dangerous monsters and entities, such as Big Fish 1, Big Fish 2, Big Fish 3, and others. In this video, I will tell you about fan-made creatures that roam in the endless halls of Halo Blacksite. And stay tuned, as there is a small announcement in the end.
SQM, also known as the Monarch, is a large type of SQ creatures. SQM has emerged from a failed experiment led by Dr. on SQ. After an experiment, black masses of SQ were put together, and after time they formed a bigger body, gained a new shape. Created subject was given code name SQM. Squiddles show special interest in SQM, and their relationship is described as followers and a leader, hence the name the Monarch. The Monarch is stationary, preferring to stay seated in the darkest spot it can find, and it is mostly neutral. It seems that SQM's state of body suggests it struggles to keep its form. Despite that, there is a recorded incident when person pointed their flashlight at SQM for a long time, and in a result it attacked the person, grabbing them with its big tentacle and crushed all the bones inside person's body. After that, SQM stayed stationary for even longer time than usual and stayed natural even after being flashed again.
So, listen to that mysterious voice, yeah? You will hear it a couple more times in the video. But let's talk about the Monarch. Here are the original concepts made by Shizen. As stated in the document, Monarch is a stationary monster you can come across during your traversal in the Halo Blacksite. It would do no move to attack you unless you flash him with light from flash beacon, flashlight, or other sources of light. The room where it resides will always be plunged in darkness and would be infested with squiddles, so you must move carefully. It was the easiest monster to model, not much of a rig, not much of a hassle. Yet, in my opinion, it turned out great, but it's all thanks to the original design. I didn't came up with much of a story for this one, but hey, if it's badass looks, it's enough to be memorable.
V766, the Gardener, resides in the Oxygen Gardens and is neutral towards anyone who passes through gardens unless aggregated. Z766 appeared in June 4th, 20. Witnesses have reported that Z766 was looking out after plants and flowers in the garden, completely ignoring the workers despite their attempts at trying to get its attention through communication. Workers returned to their duties shortly after. It was decided to let the 766 to be left alone, since its presence seemed to help to grow greenery faster. Incident in October 20 forced reclassification of 766 from passive to neutral dangerous. One of the workers, fulfilling their duties, cut the vines of the harmful poison ivy which were blocking the way to the shelf. Z766 became aggravated and attacked the worker, which caused the commotion, resulting in deaths of other workers. Recorded footage showed that the macabre way Z766 dealt with its victims, such as tearing limbs out, stomping person's head, and... After the massacre, Z766 returned to its routine and upon seeing other workers gave no reaction. It is highly advised to all personnel to avoid any confrontation with Z766 or aggravating it. Do not harm, stomp, cut, tear any plant in presence of Z766.
Original design provided by Shisen was unfollowable with my current skills. I mean, just look at it. It is something. I tried my best at least make it look like it could exist in current game. I also first time experimented with emission of the texture and nodes that make it glow. Despite it not looking quite like fire and rather like a lightning bolt, I like the result. Not my best, but not my worst. Let me talk about some mechanics that this monster might bring into the game. As followed in the document, the player would come across the gardener in oxygen gardens and, well, would not be paid attention by it. Though while moving through the garden, player must avoid stomping on vines or plants to not anger the monster. I thought of it as that particular landmine room where you have to go across it and not to step on any landmine. Also, I had an idea of making some of the lockers being grown over with vines, so in order to hide in them, you must tear them off, which, of course, would make the gardener angry. In the situation when you do annoy him, player can run, of course, but can you really race with someone who has 4 legs? I don't think so. It won't follow you out of the gardens, though. But also don't hide in the lockers. It will find you and you won't like it.
Z671, the Voidmass Casket, is a result of symbiotic relationship between two subjects, Z016, the lady's coffin, and ZV09, Void Parasite, one of the spawns of ZVO, also known as Vacuolar Voidmass. During the containment breach, ZV09 had found Z012 and hid inside metal sarcophagus, resulting for a lady's coffin to break up. In the infusion of these two subjects from metal head of the lady's coffin emerged Z6711, also known as the Lady. Despite both original entities are mostly stationary, Z671 is found in motion 70% of its time. Z671 resides usually in dimly lit space and full of lockers. It is noticed that Z671, or more specifically Z6711 X motherly towards ZV06, usually shaking their lockers or even bringing food, though ZV06 do not require nutrient sustenance. Z6711, having bad eyesight, relies on hearing and touch, hence the preferability of dark rooms. Upon seeing human, Z6711 would the body and place it into own sarcophagus or feed it to ZV06. Noticed, staying motionless makes Z6711 consider person a statue or some other object, and she won't bother looking closer, giving a person a chance to escape.
Now, this is what I call great entity. From the moment I saw this specific design, I knew I had to model it and animate it. I know that there is upcoming coffin monster in the next updates, so I thought that this one is very fitting. You can look at the concept art Shisen made, and I just fell in love with it immediately. So, while drawing it myself, I was coming up with ideas how to implement this character into the gameplay, so here what I can say. We already have great encounters, but also we have small encounters, like those where Painter closes the door and you must survive certain time against isolation. I don't know if there are any other like these. Nothing comes to my mind right now, but I'm here to add one more of these. At some point during a run, player would enter the room and light would turn off, resulting in very creepy sound of scratching metal. Doors behind player would be locked by the very known AI, and player's mission would be to find 3 documents with passwords, as each one of them has only part of it. Player must go through the room carefully and without sight, because Lady might have bad eyesight, she's not blind, and any light source might make her very alerted. Around the room, though, there would be flares. Player can lit up and throw out to avert Lady's attention away to the other part of the room. Player also has to look carefully when opening lockers, as some of them might contain certain Voidmass. To make the encounter less pain-inducing, after a minute, emergency lights will turn on and light the room just enough to see better. Also, first two times when grabbed by the casket, player would have a minigame similar to one Searchlight's have, in order to keep your breath in so the lady would not suspect a thing, consider you as a mannequin or an object unworthy of her attention. Though there would be no third chance. 3 months is made by design of Shisan. Links to her Twitter in the description. And while you are there, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. We hit 2K so quick I'm in shock. If you wish to see more of Pressure content, leave a comment. But also, if you wish to have your old concept art of a monster in Pressure turned alive, there is an announcement for you. Post your concept art in Twitter, tag me, links are in the description, and leave this hashtag so I know you'd like me to model your entity. Feel free to describe your monster story, mechanic, and special details. In the next pod, if there will be one, I'd look through your suggestions and choose most interesting, on my opinion, and give them life in the next video. When the next video is? No idea. Thanks for watching, and I see you next time.